We're going to do a little experiment and seeing how multiplying by fractions and what kinds, how they affect our numbers. So we're going to be multiplying 4 by all 3 different types of fractions. Mixed numbers, improper fractions, and proper fractions, and just seeing what happens. Okay? All right. So first off, we're doing 4 times a mixed number. Remember, when you multiply, first you need to rewrite your numbers, whole numbers over 1, mixed to improper. So I'm going to rewrite this. 4 over 1 times Tex's method. That would be 2 plus 1 is 3 over 2. Okay. I'm going to simplify real quick before I actually multiply. The only ones that I see that have a factor in common are 4 and 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So I'm doing 2 times 3, and I get 6. 1 times 1, and I get 1. Now remember, any whole number over 1 is still just that whole number. So this is just 6. Interesting. So I multiplied 4 by a mixed number and got 6. So that got bigger. All right. Let's go look at 4 times 4/3. 4 times an improper fraction. Again, I need to rewrite it. My 4/3 is fine, but my 4 needs to be put over 1 because putting a whole number over 1 doesn't change the value. Okay? Times 4/3 equals, remember we can't simplify across, that's why I'm leaving it. So 4 times 4, top times top is 16. Bottom times bottom, 1 times 3 is 3. So now I have 16/3. To simplify this, I need to pull out as many wholes as I can. I can't simplify by dividing top and bottom by the same, but my top is improper. So I'm going to pull out as many 3's as I can. Okay, I can pull 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I pulled 5 whole 3's out. 16, take away the 15 that I pulled out, leaves 1, and that's the size of a third left. So I have 16/3 is equivalent to 5 1/3. Interesting. Okay, so far 4 times a mixed number made it go up to 6. 4 times an improper fraction made it go up to 5. Now let's test out our 4 times a proper fraction, because typically multiplying makes things bigger, right? So let's just test out our final piece. 4 times 1/4. 1/4 is fine. I still need to put my 4 over 1. Times 1/4, okay? And I could simplify, or I could multiply and get 4 over 4. We always try to simplify beforehand, so let's go ahead and do that. 1's will always stay the same, that's as low as you can get, but my 4's can divide by 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, 4 divided by 4 is 1. I should have picked a different proper fraction. Oh well, okay. So either way, 1 times 1, top times top is 1. Bottom times bottom, 1 times 1 is 1. So this is equal to 1. And I accidentally multiplied it by the reciprocal. So I'm going to do another one just to convince you. But I multiplied 4 by a number and got a number less than 1. Just in case you're thinking that it's because of a reciprocal or something weird, I'm going to do one more. 4 times 2/3, nothing in common, okay? Still put your 4 over 1 times 2/3 is fine. Okay, I don't have anything that can simplify because you can't go straight across and my corners don't. 4, top times top, 4 times 2 is 8 over bottom times bottom. 1 times 3 is 3. And just like up here, I have an improper fraction. I need to pull out my holes. 3 pulls out of 8 twice because 3 times 2 is 6. So I can pull out 2 sets of 3, and 8 minus that 6 leaves me with 2 pieces out of 3. All right, so still 4 times 2/3 gave me 2 2/3. Are you starting to notice the pattern? Okay. I did 4 times a mixed number and it got bigger. 4 times an improper fraction and it got bigger. Times proper fraction, smaller. proper fraction, smaller. So what is the difference between these numbers? The only thing that I was changing were the types of fractions. So what is the difference between them? Proper fractions versus mixed numbers and improper fractions. Do you know? Okay. The difference is mixed numbers and proper fractions are both greater than 1. Okay? Made it go bigger. So if you multiply a number by something greater than 1, it will get bigger. If you multiply a number by a proper fraction, this is less than 1. This is a piece. 1/4 is like having a quarter. It's not a full dollar yet. It's less than 1. Okay? If you multiply a number by a proper fraction or anything less than 1, it will get smaller. Okay? So, if I ask, what do I need to multiply 5 by to make it get bigger? What kind of number would work? It could be any mixed number or improper fraction. Any of them. Okay? A mixed number, remember, is a whole number with a proper fraction, and improper is where it's top heavy. Okay? Either of any of those kinds will make that number grow. Now, if I wanted 5 times something to make it smaller, I'd have to choose a proper fraction. Okay? If you're confused on how proper fractions are less than 1, let's put it on a number line real quick. Okay? So I'm going to keep my 0 here. I'm going to put 1 here, and this is greater than 1. Okay? So if I have, let's say, 1.5, like up here at the top, my 1.5, I would go all the way to 1 and then add a half. Okay? So that would be like having 1.5. All right? If I go to just 1/4, I'm testing that this proper fraction is less than 1. If I go to 1/4, I'm not at 1. I am 2, 3. Okay, I have to cut this into 4 pieces. 1/4 is closer to 0. That's like 0.25. I'd have to have 2/4, 3/4, 4/4 before I have a full 1.